Welcome to another episode of Dr. Sunita Agarwalla Education Online. In our last episode, we had discussed about the meaning of psychology. Today, like I told you, I had promised that today will be, in the next episode, we'll be discussing about educational psychology. So here I am to discuss with you about educational psychology. Like I told you in the last podcast or in the last episode, that educational psychology means when you apply the principles of psychology to solve the problems which crop up in the field of education. When a teacher faces any problems, or the administration faces any problems, or the parents face any problem of their child related to their education or their growth, then they try to understand the cause of that particular thing or the cause of that particular problem with the help of psychology. So when they apply, it is an applied branch of psychology. So when you apply psychology, the principles of psychology, to understand any problem coming up in the field of education, then it is known as educational psychology. Now, educational psychology is different from general psychology. When you say general psychology, it covers all. It covers the elderly people, it covers the animals, it covers the criminal, it covers the abnormal, it covers the military, it covers the industries. No, here it is only covering the field of education. Why a child behaves in a particular way, what can be done for the development of the child, what can we do so the child learns better. That's why all these laws and methods are coming up using this method. Now every method may not be correct for all children. Okay, so what method to adopt? I'll be talking about it in details. So that is what is educational psychology, and that is how it is different from general psychology. General psychology is very wide. Its scope is very wide. It covers everything on the earth. But here it covers only the field of education. Educational psychology, or you say, if somebody asks you why a teacher should have a knowledge of psychology, or how educational psychology helps us, or why do we need educational psychology, or what is the scope of educational psychology, all the answers will be same. So let me explain it to you. First is to understand about the stages of development. We human beings, according to psychologists, our stages of developments are infancy, that is 0 to 6 years, means birth to 6 years. Then comes childhood from 6 to 12 years, then adolescence from 12 to 18 years, and then the adulthood after 18 years. Now, though they say that this is 0 to 6 years, it's not like once you have crossed 6 years and everything of your child infancy has gone, childhood has come in, or some traits of childhood will not come before 6 years. It's not like that. It's not like a border between two countries. It keeps on overlapping also. But every stage, infancy, childhood, adolescence, every stage has its own characteristics, features. Now the teacher, when dealing with the child, has to know in which stage the child is, and accordingly the teacher has to deal with the child. So it teaches the teacher about the stages of development, which helps the teacher in turn to deal with the students. Then it also talks about individual differences. All of us, we are different from each other. All human beings, we all are unique. You must have heard people telling, you are the only one piece in this world. Yes, we are unique. You have different mental abilities, you have different physical abilities, you have different social background. So the teacher, while teaching the child, has to understand this individual difference in the child. They cannot teach. Obviously, when in a class, they cannot teach differently, but they have to understand. If sometimes a child may not understand something in the first teaching, so extra things have to go, or extra time has to be given to the child. Then it also talks about mental health. As we have to be very careful about our physical health, we also have to manage a proper mental health. So what can be done in the school environment to maintain the proper mental health of the child? What can be done in the educational setting? So that is also very much under the scope of educational psychology. About mental health, I'll be discussing in the next episode in very much of details. Then comes heredity and environment. Now we all know, we say that we have our intelligence, we have our potentialities, or we develop our abilities from our parents. As the parents, so the child. Okay, so that is heredity. So we have so many things. We look like our parents, we speak like our parents, we have so many traits of our parents. Then environment, the environment in which we stay, the social environment, the people around us, the society. We learn so many things from that. They have an influence on our personality. So the teacher, when he or she knows about the heredity and environment of the child, they can deal with the child accordingly. Then about the laws and methods of teaching and learning. I have already talked about it a lot, that there are different methods of teaching. Trial and error method of learning. Teaching and learning methods are same. Trial and error method, there is repetition method, there is imitation method. So different children learn in different way. Their pace of learning is different. So what laws, what methods can be used to teach the children, how they learn, what is suitable for them to learn, that can be learned only by psychology or educational psychology. Educational psychology also tries to measure the mental abilities of the children. Now when we measure our physical self, it is like, if my height is 5.1, it is 5.1. Anybody, when they measure it, they can understand. But I cannot say that I have half kilo of intelligence. I cannot say that, because when I say what we say, so and so is more intelligent than so and so. Okay? Or we say that you are very intelligent. We say, sir, Ravi is very intelligent. Or we say Rahim is very intelligent. How much intelligent? No, he is 1 kilo intelligent. No, it's not like, we cannot say. You are very creative. How creative? Half kilo creative or half a meter creative. There is no absolute measurement of mental abilities, but approximate. We can say that you have a good capacity, or you are very intelligent, or the child is intelligent. We divide intelligence, we divide children on the basis of their intelligence. These all are approximate. So it also tries to measure the mental abilities of the children. It also tries to understand the nature of unconscious, that we were talking earlier. I was talking conscious, unconscious and subconscious. Like I was telling earlier, this unconscious plays a great role in our life. We do so many things which we don't even realize, and later we say, oh my God, why did I even do it? Oh my God, why did I go and talk to that person like that? How does this come? It is because it was in my unconscious mind. It was in my subconscious mind. I was thinking about it all the time, or it was there ingrained in my mind from my environment, or from the heredity, or from the people around me, or I was talking to my friends about it. Like for myself, I am very conscious about women rights and all. So it was ingrained, seeing the suffering of my mother or the other women in the society, how they grew up, how they were dominated. Maybe it was ingrained. So subconsciously or unconsciously, sometimes I speak up very badly to people. I am very rude when they speak against women. So this unconsciously is in my mind. So when somebody will try to understand why I speak like that, they have to apply psychology. Now when that happens in the field of education, if the child behaves in a particular way, or if a child has some very abnormal type of behavior, then they can understand only through psychology. And the last one is group dynamics. In a classroom, a teacher does not teach only 1 or 2 child. There are a bunch of 30 children, say. So these 30 children, group dynamics will be there. We prefer to sit with our friends. If my teacher changes the seat from my friend to somebody else all the day, entire day, I may not even learn a single line. Why? Because I was upset because my teacher changed the seat. Sometimes it is like none of us like to sit with a particular student in the class. If my teacher makes me sit with that particular student, I'll be upset. There are some students who are very popular. Everybody wants to go and sit with them or talk to them. Now this group dynamics, what is being playing in the group? How is it influencing the behavior of the children? That is what the teacher has to understand. So hopefully from this discussion we have understood that what is educational psychology and what role does it play in the field of education. So teacher has to know psychology, because any problem cropping up out of all the points I have discussed, they have to apply psychology. They have to understand with the principles of psychology. So this is till today. I end up here, and we'll meet in the next episode of Dr. Sunita Agarwalla Education Online. Please do not forget to see. I'll be coming every Sunday 9 a.m. with a new topic. Till then, bye.